Through to the fourth game of the Conference League group stage. As expected, it's between ourselves and Utrecht that are going to get promoted. Unfortunately, we've been dropping a few results here and there, and I'm not too pleased about it. Welcome back. Through to episode 7 now. We are in 5th place, so we're not doing too bad at all. Esposito is currently sat on 16 goals, so that's 2/3 of the goals that he got from last season, and we're only just getting into November. So he's having a pretty good year. He's on an average rating of 8.19 as well. So whilst we did have an offer of 62 million, and he didn't accept it, didn't fancy leaving us, I'm glad he's not gone. At least he stayed for us, and he's done some good job. So well done there. I'll run you through our formation. It's not what I meant. Kind of is what I meant, but it's not what I meant to say. Fixtures is the word I was going for. But before we do that, if you could do me the favour, if you're enjoying the save, like, subscribe, show support on the channel, that would be greatly appreciated. And you know what? Give the bell a little slap as well. Show you as soon as the videos are uploaded. As I stumbled across myself, formation, fixtures, they're one and the same at the moment. We started off with our 4-3-3. It wasn't as clean as it could have been, and partway through last episode, I discussed to you the chance or possibility of going to a 5-3-2 maybe. I did that for a little while. It wasn't really doing what I wanted, so I hopped back to my formation. I think it was late in this Sampdoria game. It was a brilliant game. We got an 89th minute penalty to get the winner for us after they had a goal disallowed to take them 4-2 up. No. Do you know what? Let's open it up. I can just show you exactly when it was. But they had a goal disallowed to get themselves back to 4-3 up, and then we got a penalty very late in the game to win it. It kind of was deserved from stats, but it was a bit too close. So I've carried on with the 4-3-3. We followed that up. Do you know what? To be fair, I'll skip some actual fixtures. So our first game in Europe was against Konyaspor. We won 2-0 away from home. Followed it up with the 5-3-2 with 1-0 losses, both at home, against Lazio and then Milan. Again, then is that game against Sampdoria, where we won 4-3. Followed that up with another game in Europe against Karabag. We beat them 3-1. 2-0 loss against Juve, which I wasn't too pleased about, especially since Pedersen decided to get himself sent off in the 50th. And also against Milan, 1 minute in, within 1 minute actually, Locatelli got himself sent off. So I was less than pleased with him. Following the Juve game, we had Bologna, a 4-0 win. Esposito getting himself a brace. Utrecht, that was a 3-2 loss. So that wasn't the best. Does put us in a little bit of a precarious position. In my opinion, we definitely deserved at least the draw. Be generous for us saying the win, but the stats are leaning towards us, but very, very even. And they've came away with the win, which I was pretty frustrated about, but it is what it is. Following that up with a 4-1 win against Frosinone to exercise some demons, and most recently a 1-0 win against Parma. So today we have Utrecht, who, if we win, we should realistically go top of the group. We want to try and beat them by at least 1 goal. And then Napoli to finish it up as a league game, providing that Utrecht one isn't a complete and utter mess. To play Utrecht, we have Berger in goal, Mela, Benson, Pavard and Balde as our back four. We then have Palacios just in front of them with Hugendorm and Lacombe as our centre mids. Felipe playing the supporting striker to Guida and Carl. We do have Esposito sat on the bench. Likewise, Favasuli isn't really capable to play. I'm not going to force him into the game. And we've got a few other players which aren't at full fitness, which isn't ideal. And I have one little tiny bit of business to get into just before we jump into the game itself. Aurel Mangala is leaving us. He's going to Anderlecht. That is for 1.6 million, I believe. So he's on the way out. Where have I put these things now? Bear with me just a second. I need to put this to promises. It's not at all. It's pending transfers. There we go. So Ariel Mangala's leaving us for 3.4 million. I think we're going to pay like 20k of his wages for the remainder of his contract, which is just till the end of this season. But even then, we're getting rid of 80 grand for a player we're not really using. We've signed Milos Stevanovic, who's going to come in to replace. He's already like almost as good as Mangala, and he has a vast amount of potential. So he looks like a pretty handy signing. And put him back here as a deep line playmaker on defend, which is the position we're using, looks more than capable of filling in the gap for Mangala, and maybe even freeing Palacios to be able to challenge the other guys at centre mid. So nice to see what comes from that, but he's not going to be with us for just shy of 2 months. Mela has a throw-in on the right back, well, right wing position. Hugendorm goes through him, and Guida has the ball further up that right side. Mela puts the ball across. Carlisle, he's doing brilliantly at the moment. Carlisle is. I think he's just starting to threaten double figures for goals, considering his first season wasn't the best, and he picked up a relatively serious injury. He's came back from that with a vengeance, which I'm over the moon to see. Not too keen on the fact that we haven't had a shot on target yet, so we'll drop some encouragement, get some little green faces pottering about, apart from Lacombe, who apparently is frustrated at being encouraged. Gouja with a throw, puts it short to Ramsalar, and all the way up that right side to Gelin, and across to Malta. They've got a lot of room to run into there. We're definitely tracking back. We've got bodies behind the ball again now, but they're still looking pretty comfortable in possession. Mota puts it to the back post. It's Berger's punched it out for some reason. He's been good, like kind of average rating wise. He's been good, but just generally, I've been a little bit sketchy, a little bit hesitant about what he's bringing to the team. But his odd clearance has led to us scoring a goal, so maybe I have to shut up. But Carlisle was put in from a brilliant ball from Felipe, I think that was. I believe I might have called him João Felix earlier. Through to half time, nothing else really happened that half. It does now get us, I'm not sure it puts us on top, puts us back on level footing with Utrecht. We get ourselves a second goal. We can see ourselves at the top of that. I have noticed Owusu's currently got a brace for Chelsea, which isn't helping the fact that I want to buy him, because they're going to want more money if they're going to start playing him and he's scoring. We're at the hour mark. We've actually just passed it. Literally nothing's happened since. We've got a few bookings pottering about, so I'm going to take Palacios off to make sure he doesn't get sent off, really. We're also going to take off Balde and Pavard. Let's just take those bookings off. I know it's quite an important game for us, but I don't want to lose players. In two with the last 10, I'm going to drop a shout on us, give us some praise, wait to see what happens from this highlight, and if it's not them scoring, I'm going to start going a little bit stinky. Try and hold on to our one goal advantage. But Slorry has the ball on the right side. It looked like our man was going to make the tackle. That isn't the case, but Benson's flown across and got the ball back for us. Del Prato over to Benson, and Mangala lumps it up towards the forwards. Mailer's kept possession for us. He's got a man in front of him. He's also got a lot of space in front of him. He's turned around, passed it behind him. Mailer out on the right, brilliant bring down, puts it across to Carlisle. He scored countless goals from that exact position, and unfortunately strikes the base of the post. It has allowed Utrecht to get forward. Gelin on the ball for them, and Benson again with another good tackle. Oh, here's that angle with the free kick. It's over. It's over. Why couldn't Manu have just got it over? In the Barcelona? It's alright. You think I'd have got over it. It happened to me about a month ago. Of course I haven't got over it, because I'm a salty boy. We're in the last few minutes. We're gonna come away with the win. I don't know what that means regarding last game of the group, but what it does mean is that we've qualified, and that's our main thing. So Carlisle getting an important goal for us. Felipe with the ball through, and a strongish performance. I would like to kick off this part with an apology because the audio on that first bit, I haven't heard it back, but it's directly from my phone rather than my actual microphone, which I use for microphoning. So I don't know what it's going to sound like. I assume tinny and very bad. Awfully sorry. What we do have is our game against Napoli. Before I jump in to that part of it, I did do an inquiry with Chelsea for the availability of Owusu. They asked for £179 million. That's it. That ended that part of the update. Napoli are sat in 7th place. They're currently 5 points behind us, 2 positions, and 6 goal difference. So if we can get a win, it just kind of pushes us a little bit further up. To play Napoli, we have Favasuli back. We've also got a few other players that aren't playing because they're tired, which isn't ideal. But Berger in goal, Del Prato, Favasuli, Pavard, and Bolde as our back 4. Mangala just in front of them, with Palacios and Lacombe as our centre mids. Then we have Guida supporting Esposito and Carlau as the front 3. Napoli's form leaves a lot to be desired. They're playing a 4-4-2 diamond, narrow. It's a nice change. See the computer going for something a little bit switched up. It's not too dissimilar from ours, except for the centre attacking mid, which is a position I'm not a fan of. It's just pottering up there with the strikers. I don't like wingers either this year. I don't think they add anything. I've had quite a few times where I've built a formation and I've played a number of games, and the wingers just do dick all. The attacking mid, I've just not been a fan of for years on this. So I thought, you know what? Just not going to have any of them. Not interested. Accoli and Agostino are playing very relaxed between one another. And Frabotta, definitely not pronounced that way, on the left side. Moda, that fella again. Hervin Lozano still pottering about. And Cantore's through on goal. Brilliant save from Berger. Pavard pokes it away. Palacios with a corner. Short to Favasuli, hits off Mangala's heel, goes in. I don't know why that's offside. It shouldn't be, because they had a guy stood in the net. It may very well have been if he was stood behind the goalkeeper. It's beautiful. Right, let's see what the lines are saying. But Mangala's doing... Okay, brilliant. He knew exactly what he was doing. I'm going to miss that clinical kind of goal threat that Mangala poses. Bolde throws it short to Carlau. Back into Bolde, crosses it towards Esposito, and it's headed out. Our right back's going to pick it up with acres of space, but for some reason rushes to get a cross in, which still nearly ends up in their net. It's another corner, but because we've seen us win it, probably going to be an outcoming from it. Lacombe puts it in towards Favasuli, and a brilliant save from Naumov. Del Prato throwing for us on the right side. Esposito back to Del Prato, back to Lacombe, into Esposito in the area. He's been brought down. Is the ref? The ref's not a fan of it. It's fine. It's still going. Bolde on the left. Whips it in. Back post. Esposito's header. And another brilliant hold from their goalkeeper. I nearly called him Bulgarian. I've got no information to tell me if he's Bulgarian or not. Just sounds Bulgarish. It's definitely a word. Murder to Frabotta, and Lozano's been poked towards the area. I said poked twice now, and I'm a bit uneasy about it. Cash? Is that Matty Cash? It must be 67 now. I was just about to tell you it's half time. It is not half time. Del Prato has it on the right. We've got about 50 seconds left of injury time for the half. Frabotta on the left puts it forward. Right, Favasuli, you've got time. Let's not faff about. Bolde out on the left. Let's build an attack. Get it in. Get the ball in. We'll 2-0 up. Going into half, happy days. Esposito far out on the right side now. Cuts back. Oh, no, he doesn't cut back. Puts it in. And Guida's header is over. 16 seconds left now. There we go. So it is half time. It's looking all right. Stats wise, it's pretty convincing, but looking at the highlights, not so much. Let's find out where their goalkeeper's from. Daniel Naumov. He is in fact Bulgarian. Go me. I suppose the upturn in form is just a lesson to me not to try any other formations. I've got a formation which works really well and I'm enjoying, and I like how they play with it.
And then what I've tried to do is go, oh, I think I might change some little bits and bobs about it. Let's have some fun. Didn't have any fun. We weren't having any fun. So I've gone back to what I know. So it's all good. It's all good. Never mind. I was going to tell you that Guido was about to start a break for us, but the highlight ended immediately. Few subs to make. Lacombe is looking incredibly tired. Hasn't had the best of games, so we'll bring Hugendorm on for him. We'll also bring off Guida for João Felipe, and we'll put Prato out at left back, move Pavard out to right back, and we'll bring a new centre back in the shape of Diallo, and then put Pavard back in the middle because Diallo's not great. I've just made the mistake in praising us when we 1-0 up away from home against Napoli. They took exception to that for some reason. They don't normally. They just have, though. Odd. Burger. Does anybody know when the winter update's coming out? Because I want to start a new save. And I want to do it after the winter update's been out. Cash, Vivian, Cantor. Oh, no, surely not. Oh, he's kicked it wide. That was horrific. I'm over the moon, but it was horrific. Hugendorm has won us a free kick out on the right-hand side. He's taken the free kick. Favasuli scored from the free kick. It's 2-0. We have a minute left of allocated time. Not sure what's going to be the case injury time. I'm going to make a complete guess and say 3 minutes. Again, with 0 to look at that. Psychic. We actually played 4 minutes. Doesn't matter. We won the bloody game. We'll go in, tell them all the fantastic, and I'll see you in the fixtures screen. As we know, we are all but qualified from our group. It's not official, but it's going to take one hell of a comeback for those teams. So, we're qualified. We're going to come back for the final 2 games of the calendar year, as we have done for the last few seasons. That will be Torino and Udinese. Let me just check if that lines in with our final 2 games of the actual season, which aren't. They're Cagliari and Alessandria. So, yeah, we'll come back for those 2. We'll see where the calendar year is leaving us. And then we can get started on the transfer window. Just an update, really. We have now found ourselves in the Champions League places. So that's pretty good. We've got a few people pattering about left, right, and centre. Esposito's top of goals, player of the matches. He's second for average rating. We've got Carlisle up there on average rating as well. And Joaquin Mela is challenging for the assists. So we've got quite a bit pattering about, which is good. I haven't... Do you know what? I've just realised. We've got Mela top of the assists. And yet the left back that I bought for 100 million... No, it wasn't. It was 50 million. There's nowhere to be seen. Well, what I'm going to be seeing... Oh, look at that segue. Beautiful. He's in the next episode. I hope you'll be there for those 2 teams. If there is anything else that you'd like to watch from myself, there's some items on screen now over there. Complete guess again. Gotta be right. Of course it is. So if you want to click on them, they'll take you to more of my content. And thank you very much for your time.